Hello guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Very sunny day, midday. It's approaching towards afternoon, 11:30. Very sunny, very hot. Hopefully it will get reduced because yesterday we had some storm after a long time. Very strong storm, okay? I'm doing one video, so I'll talk a lot. So hopefully you're doing good. Wishing you all very good morning. The thing is, today I have to do something which is cringe. Okay, like most of you who actually watch fragrance reviews, fragrance reviews, for them these are kind of cringe lists because these are the videos we make to get some views. Hopefully we'll get some because we need some, as reviewers. There are gonna be like 10 fragrances for you can say compliments or notice many of the men who wear fragrances for that very purpose, and there's no denying that. Okay, why my hand smells like shura? I think I opened the shura bottle by mistake. Man, that's strong. Yeah, pretty strong. Anyway, sorry. So the 10 fragrance I have here, a few other things I will declare. These fragrances, there's no guarantee because I got notice from them, compliments or looks. It doesn't mean you're gonna get that as well. Okay. Truth. Second truth. You might think all women they love the same thing. They are the same. Okay. Not necessarily. Women they are very different from each other. They have different likes, different dislikes, and women are very sensitive. Uh, sensible. Okay, sensitive in a way that they particularly like things, which to their taste. Some women they love masculine fragrance on men like Kuros, okay, Lapidus or Aventus, very masculine, strong perfumes. But some women cannot stand that. Some women actually love Barnier sort of oud on men. Okay, not every women are the same. Some women, on most part, I noticed these two categories. Women love the perfumes most on men. Uh, man, man, I have to keep that hand away. I don't know how I touched that Shura bottle. Man, this is strong. Okay, keeping my hand away. Most category of perfumes women really notice and love are the freshies, blue fragrances, and second are the sweeter ones. And when I say sweeter ones, they basically mean like women can relate to this perfume because women themselves wear freshies and sweet perfumes a lot. So keep this in mind and do not generalize like, hey, it did not work for me, or that women, all women are not acting the same way. It's not possible. Okay, so I have one surprise here, and the rest of them are kind of predictable, but the first one is the surprise one. Okay, I wore this and I noticed that this one gets me looks. No one came up to me and said, oh wow, you smell great, but this one actually gets pretty nice notice. This is from House of Joop, and Joop Homme, I think this is called Le Parfum. Okay, so they have the EDP. I don't know when. Every time I want to start doing videos, my house people they will have to start chopping, and they have start making noise. I'm sorry, man. This is very disturbing. Anyway, so I'm gonna continue, even though I have OCD against noise. So this perfume is very beautiful colored juice, very eye-catching, and it's similar, a somewhat bit darker take on the original Yopom, which is a very pink, very bold, like feminine sort of pink. That fragrance was iconic. That one is a very syrupy, sweet, loud perfume, and then got some florals, maybe cinnamon, similar to Mont Blanc Individual. On its own right, that is a good fragrance. But at this current moment, I do not think Yop does create waves, but this perfume is not also creating waves, but you can try it because of the element of iris in it. Okay, this fragrance has some sort of like sweetness and also got the iris in it. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so this one, it smells great. It's a little bit sweet. I would say it's a perfect fragrance for night outs, evenings, good longevity as well. It does surprise you with the performance. Check out my full review on this one. I would like to try the EDP as well, but this one I think is that Homme Intense family. Okay, so affordable Homme Intense family with very sweet dry down. Next one, it's basically I got notice from my ex, and this one she used to love, and I loved it myself a lot. The dry down is okay, but the opening is the sexiest opening. I always show this Men Prive. Nobody talks about it now because I heard this is discontinued, and some people say not really, but I do not see this anywhere anymore. So you find Men, the new batches, and this one you cannot find. So Men Prive basically is I do have a vintage version, the black centered box, and then also have the golden one. This is the new one, but this is also very hard to find. I paid about $110 for it, I think. Okay, so this one has that sweet whiskey, pomelo, leather, and I think maybe agave or something like that, which is very sweet. And this opening, it is like in winter. It's a like a very beautiful opening, and it's very how to say, I'm not going to say magnet for chick magnet or anything like that, but this fragrance is made for, most of the fragrances are built for either fresh or sweet. Okay, so the sweetness of the whiskey, I did not get much compliment on pure malt as much as I got on this one. Okay, so if you were wondering to get this, get it now before it totally disappears or become 200 something dollars. And I'm saying that it's going to happen because once hype starts, let's say one of the big reviewers, not me, I'm not a big reviewer, but let's say one of those reviewers who are popular on Instagram, TikTok, let's say they drop this, suddenly say, Jeremy, okay, say, hey, bro, this is the ultimate chick magnet and this is the ultimate fragrance that gets you, women, blah, blah. Imagine then there's a huge wave and people are looking for it. This is how world works, sadly. People don't trust their own instinct, but they trust others, right, for influencers. But anyway, I'm saying, this is still a worthy fragrance. And I think this one, if you really want to get that dating night fragrance, you can try this. It works better in winter, Men Prive. The next one, it has been doing this for many number of years. Now women who are in their 40s, I can pretty much be sure that who are married and have children, they can remember maybe their ex or maybe their husband now, then boyfriend. They wore it a lot in the clubbing and she smelled this on every single guy out there, and then they still loved it. Pacor does very well in this video. Pacor 1 million. 1 million is that fragrance that many people hate to admit, but they love wearing because this is loud, this is sweet, got the rose, got that leather, suede leather, got maybe amber. Like, man, the Shura smell. Don't wear Shura on your women, man. They absolutely hate it, and do not wear it in summer. But this fragrance, still, I will tell you, like, whenever I wore it, I never saw people looking at me like negative because I do not get compliments like that in Bangladesh because Bangladesh culture is different. But when people give you different kind of looks, like admiring looks, or they just, the smell, you can tell, like when, you keep quiet in the lift, you can people hear people like, they do that. And then they just like, if it's a good perfume, they go like, smile, you can see it in the mirror, or, like in general. So women, men, whoever you talk about, this 1 million works, I know that this is a very overdone DNA right now, but nowadays I wear this a lot because many people are wearing this. So 1 million, one of my complimented fragrances, give it a try. When I talk about sweet trend, next one is one of the most simple. And I would say when I bought this, it was overpriced because I bought it for retail. Now it's much more reasonable, but still not so cheap. So this is also like another house called Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is Scandal Le Parfum. I forgot the exact name. If you get the original, which has the transparent bottle, the gray juice, that and this are redundant. Okay, this one is just that bit more sweeter, bit more mature, but still on the sweeter side. And you can see from the crown. Okay, if you get this kind of bottle, it's definitely not for, like, let's say office purpose, or something serious affair. You see the crown, you're going to go clubbing. Okay, so this kind of fragrances do really well with younger ladies. If you are the young soul, okay, let's say you are a teenager all the way to 30s, this can be your sweet signature scent for nighttime. I don't see that much mention anymore, but this fragrance bottle is actually very pretty, and the paint sort of protects the juice from the sunlight. Okay, so this is a very sweet tonka based scent. The OG I would wear, and this one I would wear on the same occasions. Basically, the EDT, the Scandal EDT or EDP, I don't know what you call the first one, the transparent bottle. I think there's a new one. I did not try the third flanker, but but this one, the OG worked really good in summer nights. This one I would say, like, maybe in winter nights that will work well. Very good longevity and projection. It does not transform so much, but these are the kind of fragrances women I notice they love. It's a very simple tonka bean scent, very sweet. If you like 1 million type Invictus types, you can try that. Next one is a freshie, one of my signature scents. Yesterday I shown this Polo Blue. I will tell you one thing: get a sample of this, or a smaller bottle. You can get 15 mls. Wear this. Ask your friends who are females, let's say you are a student, and you ask your fellow students, let's say you have friends, who have sensible nose, and they actually like quality stuff. You ask them if they like this. I am pretty sure most women will say this is okay, I don't mind it, or they might say this brings a freshness in the room. So I heard comments like, my real life compliment was, I was wearing this to a hospital to see my friend, and she was accompanied by her friend, and then she said, bhaiya means brother. She said, "Oh, the whole hospital was smelling kind of like, floor cleaners, Savlon. You brought like a fresh breath of air in the room. It feels like cool, like oceanic, and blue." So basically, the room obviously had AC, so the AC took it to their nose, and I was wearing this from the car, so it was freshly sprayed. But do not expect miraculous longevity from this, but it's like kind of fresh and very ozonic kind of scent. A little bit green at the base, maybe got some oak moss or something, cucumber, very cooling blue scent. And the EDT for me it's the one that works. I need to get a 200 ml backup of this because I love this scent a lot. Very masculine, fresh fragrance, and this one, the simplicity that spoke. Okay, so Polo Blue, try that one. These are real life compliments. Now I have two fragrances. Basically, I said 10, they're gonna be like 11 because these are, I had to put both. First off, both from the same line, by the way, and Paco Rabanne, I said, did well. First fragrance I want to show you, I have just this miniature now with me, which is called Invictus Intense. This is now very hard to find. I had the whole bottle, about 20 ml or so. I sold it as a partial. Let me show you the bottle, how that would look. This is not that dark, but if you got the full bottle, big bottle, this would look very dark. Black bottle, that's Invictus Intense. And I told this story many times. If you, in case, were not part of my channel, then I'll tell you. I was wearing this during one of my dates many years back when it was released. I was sitting there, and then this lady came with her bodyguard, maybe some big shot guy's wife, or I don't know, girlfriend or something. And she passed by. She was wearing very expensive clothing. She went past by, and she was smelling me. I was sitting there. I obviously oversprayed that time. I was show off. But in a restaurant, this was projecting like crazy. This one has, I think, leather, booze, all those takes, and it's a dark Invictus. This is one of the darkest Invictuses I have ever purchased and reviewed. Okay, this is the one that is the holy grail of Invictuses. If you talk about mature women, if you like your own age, or someone, women or more than your age, these are kind of fragrances you can try. It's hard to find now, but this one got me noticed. And she was walking past. Sometimes you can have a third eye behind your head. You can detect. It's hard to tell. But when you are with, I'll tell you something funny. When you're single, no one gives an F. Okay, not true always, but most of the time, a guy who's single has no value in the market. Exactly opposite of women. Women, when they're single, men love them. When they are with someone, they love them more. But for men, when you're single, no one likes you. But when you're with someone, dating, your demand on the market is just so high. I'm saying it in a very cheap way, but in general, like, women love men who are with someone, because they want to see what's so special about that guy that she sees. I want that, right? So if you want that kind of compliments or notice, you can try Invictus Intense. But let me show you the overall. That one was for mature ladies, but this one works wonders with every single age level. Okay, I don't know if I'm saying that right. My bottle is running low now. This is Invictus Victory Elixir. This is the best Invictus of all time overall. Intense is the sexiest, more mature. This is the most crowd like appealing. This one got that vanilla. It one has that tropical, fresh mango-ness or coconutty vibe. This one is better than Le Beau's. This one is better than, I would say, personally, even I would say more than, or maybe like same as Le Male Elixir, which I'm not showing today. This fragrance, let me tell you a story, because I'm making a long video. Let me tell you quickly. Yesterday was the last day before the holiday ended. Our Eid holidays, basically this time, saw about 11 days of holiday. Everybody left the city, 60-70%. So the city was empty. I was enjoying moving around. I'm a little bit, down from some certain reason. You guys know that, last year at this point, like I was with someone, right? So I used to roam around, maybe go out once in a while, like dinner dates and all. So I went to one of the steak spots, and where we used to go a lot. But yesterday I went alone. So after a long wait or whatever, I ordered my food, steak, whatever. The best food, best steak place in Dhaka is Meat Theory. If you are wondering, Banani 11. So I was sitting there, and after a long wait, I got this table. Right, I'm telling the story. And Bangladesh people don't have that much manners. Sometimes they have a lot of money, some people, but they're uneducated or maybe not as sensible. That's where I say sensible, because I was sitting on the table. It's a pretty big table for six, but some lady, old lady, came and sat, put her bag in front of my table, and then she was just sitting there. She was just carrying her granddaughter or son, whatever. I didn't notice, and I was like surprised. Without asking someone, you cannot simply sit. And then I realized like she's old lady, like 70s, 60s, 70s. And I said it's okay, maybe she's just tired. Then what happened? The whole family came, and then the daughter came. Her daughter came, who actually just had the baby, like a little baby, like 1 year or so, and she was pretty, and she was very like heavy on makeup, jewelry. You can tell like these are rich people. And then she was smelling of perfumes, and she had like younger sister, brother, whatever, and she also put her bag right in front of me where I was sitting, and that crossed the limit. Okay, means it is very rude, because I'm sitting here where my plate's supposed to be, my food's supposed to be. That's where she put her very expensive Louis Vuitton bag. It's like a brown whatever bag. I was noticing every single thing because I was hungry, and I was waiting for 1 hour plus for my food. So she basically put that, and then she just using her phone, and she's looking at me like this, and I just gave her a very nasty look. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I was not like, no, I'm not in the out, to get noticed or meet someone. I'm not looking for that as well at all. But when she looked, I know, because I am 43. If you want to call me the man cougar, I am one of those. I used to be, but I really got angry. Like, why would you be so rude? You can say, excuse me, can I just leave my bag here for a while, make a call? She was calling her husband, by the way. And the way she looked, she went there and she came back, and she again looking and smiling. And I just put my leg above the other leg, and I was just looking the other way and checking my phone. So that's the story. That's a long story, by the way. Double. This fragrance was the reason. Okay, I was wearing this about 15 sprays because I wanted to project. It's hot, right? This projects beautifully like a dream. Okay, so in general, when women don't have much of idea of serious perfumes, you might think, oh, I need to wear like Antaeus, I need to wear Amouage. It doesn't work in Bangladesh. Normal people, they love fragrance like Invictus, Elixir. So there you go. The two Invictus is very deadly. Number 4. This is more of an educated society, or fragrance, or maybe you can say women who have good taste in perfume. They're educated and they know their nose is very advanced. Male Le Parfum. Okay, Male Le Parfum. Sorry, not Male. This fragrance, I think, does not get as much notice as the Elixir. Elixir is more sweet, the honey. It has a more vanilla. This one has a little bit of spice, and that spice mixes with the sweetness, with the iris, pear, lavender, whatever. I think it has every single note that's possible in a perfume, which is why I call this a masterpiece. It's the best from the line, hands down, right? So Le Male Le Parfum is one of my fragrances. When I wear this, it's literally make you feel like a man. And when you wear this in the lift, you leave a huge scent trail. Again, sad to say, I got compliment from a married lady with children in my building. Okay, I know the guy, so I did not say anything in return. I said thank you. That's all. But this is the fragrance, very mature, sexy. Night out, get a sample of this. You love this fragrance. It's very, very good. It's one of the best modern day perfumes. Le Male Le Parfum by Jean Paul. Number 3 is the sexy. I call this the sexy blue juice, the aquatic VPH Versace Purum. This is very deadly. This seems like a very simple fragrance. It seems like, oh, it's innocent, it's a virgin. It smells like that, or looks like it. Oh, blue juice, how much damage can be done? This thing, for a reason, this is a king of freshies. Okay, Alberto Morias made a masterpiece here. Masterpiece. Why? Yeah, initially the early days, maybe it was better performing. Nowadays does not last. But don't let that fool you. Carry an atomizer in summer if you want to get noticed from women, people, whoever. Like Chanel Allure Sport. I know it's a better, creamy, longer lasting fragrance, but that one projects a lot more, but also very expensive. This thing, the 200 ml, goes for under $100. Best value fragrance house at this moment, Versace. Okay, 200 ml, you cannot beat that value. But mostly the Neroli, that florals, okay, and then aquatics. This fragrance is stunning. Versace, I know what how they made this, but man, this is sexier than Allure Sport for me. Okay, at least. Okay, very nice musk at the base, watery, aquatic, right? This one women love. Blue fragrances. This is a very manly, masculine blue perfume. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like Tom Hanks did. Okay, and Forrest Gump. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. This is a true masterpiece. Okay, Versace Purum. You can do whatever you want, but talking about Chanel Rome Sport, right? That did not make the list. I have it there, right there. But the elder brother or the darker brother did. Chanel Rome Sport Au Extreme. This perfume is now $200, which is the most horrible thing I can tell. Like why? Why something we love would be that expensive? Bloody Chanel costs 250 now, okay, in Bangladesh. So I don't buy Chanels no more, but I remember the compliments I got from this. And Jeremy was not wrong about this. This is a sexy, but a very simple perfume. With the day I smelled it for the first time, I had huge expectations. Like I went to get the best two perfumes in the market. My very first purchase when I started Fragcomm, this was one of them. I got this one and Durham Intense on the same day. The next day I got Edition Blanche. But this perfume, man, I smelled it and I was like, I asked the Chanel lady in Kuala Lumpur, KLCC. I'm like, why this is so popular? I don't get it. It's like, she's like, it's the mask, like she was a Malay girl, but she's very like smart one. Like she traveled and, she knows she speaks good English. She said, this one I love, sir, because it's got the musk in it. It got the orange blossom. And that musk is the player at the start of this. People say tonka bean as well, but the freshness, you don't smell the freshness at first. But more and more you wear it, then you see underneath there's Allure Sport. Okay. I'm going to make a very long video. I don't have any problem. This one, these are the brothers. Okay. This one, I got like a 150 ml bottle, which is near to finish, but never got compliments much from that because perhaps, I don't know if nobody noticed it, but this one I got noticed from. Okay. And this is very sexy. And this is the EDP version. EDT, I don't know how that works, but get a bottle of this if you actually love this DNA. I can just tell you it works. For some reason, women can relate to this perfume. It's very sexy. The musk is very beautiful. Even if you don't think it's masterpiece like Fahrenheit or DHI, that fragrance is deadly. Last but not least, you guys have guessed it right. If you already did, the king of compliments from women, La Nuit de l'Homme. 2016 or 17, I attended a wedding and I was taking picture, of the groom and the bride with my phone. This other girl came. This is my whole story. She was a young girl and she's like a wedding photographer or maybe the relative of the, people who are getting married. And she stood next to me. And I obviously fresh sprayed. That's the trick. Do not wear this 3 hours before going to an event. It will disappear by then. Okay. Because in Bangladesh, fragrances do not hold very well in summer. Winter time, okay. But in general, if you want to enter a venue anywhere in the world, if you want to make a lasting impression, spray this before you go in. Right out of the car. Before you do that, spray 6, 7, 8. That's it. That's the opening. It will stay the bergamot, the cardamom, the chocolates, the lavender. Every single thing will project beautifully for the first 1.5 hours. And that's when La Nuit de l'Homme is beautiful. If you want to get a good batch, get the ones like 2019 or before. The later ones, they are okay. You have to let them sit in your collection for 2-3 years, then they become strong, but older the better. This is the ultimate fragrance. I got multiple places. It could not be a fluke. Okay, this perfume gets noticed by women. They love it, and this is the sexy secret. I have luckily backup 2019 bottle, and I have a 200 ml, maybe like few sprays left, so I am okay, right? But liner is very expensive too right now. But these are the fragrances, man. Women actually notice, and the stories I told you purposefully, so that you can relate, like not just another, oh, this is the most complimented number 9, number 8, number 5 minutes I could have done that. But yeah, these are the fragrances work for me. What are the fragrances that you get complimented from? And also again, remember, not all women are same. Some women do not like show offs. Some women do not like arrogance. Some women do not like, like not arrogance. There's this like, over eagerness. Like many men are like, hey, like they talk, they're very aggressive and they're like very, active. Some women don't like that. I noticed one thing. Classy women, they like quiet guys, unlike us. I talk a lot. I don't let anybody speak because I talk. I would say even my, like girlfriend, my ex, she was like my green mile. She used to listen and she was like, oh, tired. Like, oh my God, you talk every day. whole day. But some men, when they keep quiet, it's like sexy to them, so know these little things, how you have to dress, how you have to be on time, care for these little things. These things make you like 10 times sexier, right? So these are the things you will learn only, by dating. Right? See you soon, take care, and have a very nice day. Thanks for tolerating me for 25 minutes. I will actually go out right now. I have something to do, and yeah, it's gonna be a hot day, but anyway, I have to do some work. Take care, have a nice day, bye bye.